We're all of 2 months into the Biden administration, and really the only legislative activity we've had is a bloated, wasteful $2 trillion bill, which included bailouts for blue states and multi-employer pension funds and changing the rules with respect to how PPP funds are used and allowing Planned Parenthood and other organizations in violation of long-standing laws in this country. That's all we've seen in terms of legislative activity. And at the same time, the Democrats are now talking about doing away with the only requirement that there be any bipartisan cooperation or any willingness to talk across party lines when it comes to moving legislation, and that's the legislative filibuster. As the leader pointed out, they're talking about, H.R. 1 and potentially using it to do that, which would be terrible legislation. In fact, that's the very reason legislative filibuster was put in place, so that you couldn't move partisan bills like H.R. 1 that are designed to stack the playing field politically when it comes to elections. But the fact of the matter is, Democrats have consistently argued in the past, the Democratic leader, the Democratic whip, Democrat members, over 30, I should say, signed a letter just a couple of years ago in support of the legislative filibuster, arguing how important it was to the institution of the Senate and to the need to have minority representation in our legislative process. Now they've completely flipped, done a complete 180, so fast it'd make your head spin, and they've come out in opposition to the legislative filibuster after they have used it for the last 6 years to try and block and stop Republican legislation. Republicans, on the other hand, have defended the legislative filibuster even in the midst of attacks by President from our party, repeated attacks to try and get rid of it. We've defended it because we understand what it means to the Senate and our ability to function as a nation in a way that allows voices from all parts of the electorate to have their voice in our legislative process. It's a big mistake for them, one that they will come to regret if they do it. And I certainly hope that there are enough wise and thoughtful Democrats who understand that doing away with the legislative filibuster would create a nuclear winter in the United States Senate and make it even more difficult to get things done.